It's a touchdown, and it's caught by Mark Andrews. Good call, Rich. It's picked off. Marcus Peters. He has nothing in front of him. There he goes. Chased by Erickson. That is a pick six. It's a second down and 3. Jackson takes it himself. Look at him turn back and forth. Oh! He broke his ankles. Now he's got an entourage. And he's got a touchdown. He's been able to watch out with 3rd and 8. Here they come. Williams up the middle. Bang as he throws. And he got a touchdown out of it. Wow!
Wow. What a statement the Ravens just came out here and made. They blew the doors off of the Cincinnati Bengals. Blew them out the stadium. They dominated this game 49-13. Lamar Jackson was absolutely flawless. His second perfect passer rating in his career this season is beautiful. The only other person who's done that has been Roethlisberger. What a game he had. The defense did their job, and they came up with some points. 2 defensive touchdowns. One from Marcus Peters on a pick six, the other in which Patrick Ricard nailed Ryan Finley on a sack, and then Bowser took it in for a touchdown. It was absolutely beautiful. Defense did what they needed to do to stop the Bengals. Offense dominated. And we've seen this with Ravens teams before, where they would come out, get a big win against a tough team in the AFC, and in the following week, against an inferior competition, they would come out and either be flat, the game would be close, or they would find a way to lose the game. We've seen this happen with the Ravens before, but not today. Not with this Ravens. This Ravens is a different team. We've never seen a Ravens team like this before. They came out and they put their foot on the Cincinnati Bengals' neck, and they did not stop. First possession, Lamar Jackson just takes it 4 for 4, 76 yards, and a touchdown. Flawless. They could not stop him. When Lamar and the offense were out there, they were putting up points, they were moving the ball. They had no trouble moving the ball against Cincinnati's defense. Cincinnati had no response from Lamar. That man went out there 15 of 17, 224 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. He only had 2 completions. One of them was a spike to stop the clock. The other was an incompletion for a touchdown pass to Mark Andrews, who just got in his hand, but he couldn't haul it in, so it was an incompletion. Those are the only 2 incompletions he had. Other than that, he was perfect throwing the football. And on the ground, he was great rushing the ball. And the play of the game for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, Lamar takes the ball. He starts running. He gets space. He crosses over one dude, one Cincinnati defender, and then 2 more comes. He just pulls a spin move. I can't spin and keep framed with the camera. It's like a spin move. That was terrible. That's why I'm not a football player. I can't be on the field doing that, especially with slippers on. It ain't gonna work. But yeah, he hit him with the spin move. He hit one dude with a crossover and then went into a spin move and then just took it in. And I was over here stunned. I'm like, this man is a cheat code. He's a video game. How do you pull that off in real life? I've done that in Madden before. I've never seen anyone do that in real life. That was crazy. Play the game clearly. Lamar was just dominant. The offense was dominant. Cincinnati had no response. Justin Tucker really didn't have to do anything this game. In fact, he didn't come in once. We didn't kick field goals. We scored touchdowns. So it was pretty much an easy day for Tucker. All he had to do was come in and kick extra points and deal with the kickoff. That was it. He didn't have to deal with any field goals. Special teams, it's still a bit of a concern. They actually gave up a big return to the Cincinnati Bengals, and they got 2 penalties. So special teams is still something they're trying to clean up and fix, because our special teams is one of the best in the league. And right now, they're not playing like it and acting like it, and they're making callous mistakes. They gotta fix that, which they will. So, nothing to worry about there. Offensively, really, for the Ravens, they did whatever they wanted. When Lamar was there, they did whatever they wanted. Then in comes RG3. He was holding it down, and he had a touchdown pass to Willie Snead. But one of the Bengals defenders, I don't remember his name, he comes in and just steals. That's a great play by him. And there's nothing the Cincinnati Bengals can take away. There's something you can take away from this game. Is that defender made a great read and a great play and went for the ball and took it for a pick. So good on him for keeping his feet in bounds and getting the pick. But other than that, RG3 kept it. Defense did what they had to do, made a stop. Marcus Peters, obviously, on the ball hawk he is. Amazing read. Ryan Finley did make the right pass. Speaking of Ryan Finley, He had an okay game. I think he had like 160 something passing yards or something like that. He was okay. It was his first start in the NFL. You don't expect him to be perfect. But that interception wasn't on him. It was the right read. It was the right play. It was the right throw. Marcus Peters just made a great defensive play, jumped in front of it, and took it in for 6. So you can't hold on Finley. For the most part, he was making some great plays. He was doing what Andy Dalton couldn't. He was using his legs, and he was getting out of the pocket, and he was rushing to get first downs, and he was extending plays. Andy Dalton can't really do that. He's slow. But yeah, you got to give credit to Ryan Finley. If this is the guy they're going to have moving forward, you should be okay with what you saw because, again, it is his first game, and he's going up against somewhat of a tough defense, so you can't put all the blame on him. But for the most part, he had an amazing touchdown pass. An amazing touchdown pass, so he's clearly showing that he can play. He can play. He's very solid. From what I saw, he had a pretty solid performance. I expect as they continue to play him throughout the season and get him more involved in the offense and get him catched up, we're going to start seeing him play better and better. Who knows? Maybe he can be the guy for Cincinnati. Andy Dalton certainly isn't, and he's probably not going to be there for the rest of their season. In fact, he's probably looking to move after this season. I don't think he's going to play for Cincinnati ever again. We'll have to see, though. But yeah, otherwise, it was a great game. Not much to talk about here because offense dominated from the start. They didn't really have to deal with much. They dominated, and it was over. Cincinnati had no answer for Lamar, had no answer for our offense, couldn't stop anything. Meanwhile, Cincinnati, their offense, the only thing that was positive from that was Tyler Boyd was making some great catches, and Joe Mixon was running the ball effectively. They just started feeding the ball to Joe Mixon. He was effective. He started getting yards. They started getting first downs. They were actually out rushing us in the first half, which was pretty good on them. They relied on Joe Mixon, and he delivered, and it worked out for them because they started moving the ball down the field. So good for them. They should start relying on him more often. There should be no reason he doesn't get the amount of... He should be getting at least 25 touches every single game. He needs more touches. They need to run their offense through Joe Mixon at this point. But that's Cincinnati's issue. They'll deal with that. As for us, we've gone to 7-2, baby. 7-2. One game behind the New England Patriots. And since we do have the tiebreaker with them, assuming we do end up with the same records at the end of the season, we will get the 1 seed and the Patriots will get the 2 seed, which means if we'll be hosting a playoff game. We'll have a first round bye and hosting a playoff game. But I'm getting way too ahead of myself. We're only 7-2. The season ain't over. We still got other games to go to. So great job offensively. Lamar Jackson was perfect. Great job defensively. We made stops when we needed to and only gave up 3 points. Special teams still needs to improve and stop giving up big returns and penalties. They'll improve on that. We'll still work on that. It's still a work in process. As well as kick return and punt return. We'll continue to work on that. We'll see what we can do with that. But yeah, otherwise, great game by everybody. And now we got to look forward next week to this beast, Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. That is another great team, and they're coming to Baltimore, and it's going to be a great game. I also don't... NFL, speaking of that, why would you want Mitchell Trubisky? What is with y'all primetime game? Why isn't that Lamar Jackson versus Deshaun Watson on Sunday Night Football? You got the Bears out there. Y'all have the opportunity. You got the power to change this. Change this now before people turn off the television. This game deserves to be on primetime. You have the power to do this. Change it. But anyway, great win for the Ravens. We'll enjoy this victory today, recollect, and they'll get back to work on Monday preparing for the Houston Texans and trying to deal with another mobile quarterback and another MVP candidate in Deshaun Watson. But that's all I got for this week. Great win by the Ravens. Dominance. And we're looking good, and we're looking like Super Bowl contenders, and they continue to show that every week. That's all I got. I'm out of here, and go Ravens!